Three adjectives that describe your personality. At home, with your friends, at church, wherever you feel safe and comfortable and you are relaxed. What are three adjectives that describe your personality? Okay? And they can be positive or negative, but I hope they're positive. And choose the ones that roll right off the top of your head. Don't think about it too much. Usually the first answer is probably the true, authentic self. Okay? Everybody got three adjectives? Yes? And these are the adjectives that your friends would describe you, correct? The people who know you best, or your mother, or your husband, or your wife, or whoever, right? Okay. Now, I want you to write three more adjectives about your personality, your character. But I want you to write three adjectives about you in the classroom. What do you portray in the classroom? What three adjectives describe you in the classroom? Okay? Okay, so, did everybody write their three adjectives? Okay, now look at the first set of adjectives and the second set of adjectives. Are they the same? Who says yes? Who says yes, they're the same? Okay, who says no, they're not the same? Raise your hands. Okay, that's a few hands. The rest of you, I don't know what's going on. Do you know what adjectives are? Okay, my guess, this is my guess and this is where I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. My guess is when I have gone to watch teachers in the classroom, and then I talk with them before or after, they have very different personalities. And what I want to tell you is that you are a human with very unique qualities. And those qualities that you use every day as a person with your friends and your family, and in the places that you feel safe and relaxed, those are the same qualities, personality traits, character that you need to bring in the classroom. Because when you bring your true self into the classroom, you're going to connect with your students, and your students are going to learn more. They're going to trust you, they're going to feel safe, and they're going to be willing to make mistakes, and they're going to be willing to be active participants in the learning process. And you know what I found out from Pwani University? I can take a class of 200 people, and 3-hour lecture class, I can take it down to 2 hours, sometimes 1.5, if I do activities instead of lecturing. So in my class at Pwani, I do not lecture because, number one, I'm lazy. Number two, I don't have that much to say. And number three, I am not the emperor of learning. My students, it's about my students. And so what I found out is that when they took their exams at the end of the semester, their grades were fantastic. Even though I was so worried that I wasn't doing what the other lecturers were doing. Of course I told them what I was doing. I told Pwani what I was doing. A grand experiment, and they were okay with it. But I'm just saying that this active learning makes your life easier as a teacher. And so, when you look at these adjectives, do you think those adjectives that you described in your safe, normal habitat, not in school, do you think those adjectives would work well in your classroom? Yes? Yes. Yes? Yes? Or no? What do you think? Those adjectives that you feel most free or authentic self, do they work well? Do you think they would work well in the classroom?
Yes.
committed to the learning process. I'm just putting that out there for you to think about. I act like a goofy, crazy fool quite often in my classes, and for some reason my students tend to like it. And if I spent more time with you, you would see my goofy, crazy side as well. All right. Okay, so it's hard to see. Yes? Sorry about that. So one of the things that I teach is writing in the communications. And so I wanted to come up with an activity. Anybody I met online at some of my online things with LPAC? Yes? Yes? Oh yeah. Yes, we met. What's your name? It's Beatrice? Yeah, I'm Beatrice. And then Elizabeth also, yeah. Okay, so just to let you know, every other Thursday I have an online session between 5:30 and 6:45. And then we also do other sessions as needed, but mostly under the umbrella of how to have a trauma-informed, empathetic classroom. And then within that umbrella, we talk about how to use AI. We talk about how to teach conservation, about climate change. We teach so many different things, and it's not just me presenting. There's another English language fellow from Djibouti, and then we also have our LPAC members or anybody who would like to present on a topic, and we work on it together to make it interactive with activities. So it's constantly a learning opportunity for everyone, every other Thursday night. So if you'd like more information about that, where's Tiberius? There he is. Tiberius is the person that you would want to get in contact with, and it's open to everyone. So I just want to do a quick icebreaker with everyone, and then the other thing I wanted to do was a quick activity that I made up for my Pwani students. I teach first-year Pwani students communications, and I just came to Kenya 6 months ago, and so I need to connect with my audience of 200 students very quickly. They are 18 and 19-year-old Kenyans. I am a 56-year-old woman from California. Connecting with my students quickly is really important, so I made up sort of a fun writing activity for them to do as part of the communications class. So the first thing I wanted to start off with, does everybody have a pen and paper? Yes. All right. So one of the things that I do in coming to secondary schools is I team teach with a teacher, usually a secondary school teacher. They come up with a lesson plan, and I come up with some activities to use critical thinking and creativity so the students can integrate it. I am not a lecturer. I know I'm kind of lecturing right now, but it's going to end soon, I promise you. I am not very good at lecturing. I'm very good at walking around with my audience and breaking people up into groups and having a really fun time. You guys are doing most of the talking, and you guys are doing most of the learning